Just let her talk. I'm not going to get mad.
Well, it's true. I mean,
don't necessarily think that men are
facts.
dumber. I don't think men are dumber. I think as far as emotional intelligence, there are some studies that would show that, yes.
Oh, please. We're way smarter than you emotionally intelligence-wise.
Yeah, but that's not all of intelligence. When you say
it's
dumber.
not. There's more kinds of intelligences for sure. But I'm saying when it comes.
Did this woman just say there are more kinds of intelligences? Have mercy, man. Have mercy.
To that.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor The Fiend back again with another response video, and on today's episode, guys, we are going to be talking about modern women who are living on recruit difficulty. Now, as you can see, this first clip that I have pulled up here, this woman is looking rather sad. She's looking a little bit upset, but rest assured, guys, the clip is hilarious. Now, before we jump into today's video, guys, as always, remember to go and subscribe to our other content creators, Hidan from Peace of Mind and Detective Warg. They are pumping out daily content for you gentlemen to enjoy. So if you are a sadistic individual and you want to see more of these types of videos, make sure that you go and give them a subscribe. But without further ado, guys, let's listen to this woman complain about the fact that men are rejecting her because she is 5'8". So let's take a listen.
Don't mind me, I'm just crying because it's so sad that guys have literally not gone on a date with me because I'm 5'8". They think I'm way too tall. I have like the worst luck. You would think I'm making up this story, but no cap. There have been guys that have canceled dates because they're like, how tall are you? 5'8"? No thanks. So
yeah, I don't care. This is funny, right? It's like when these things happen to women, it's like, oh, I'm crying. Life is so difficult. Pay attention to me. Feel bad for me. This happens to men all of the time. Like, women on average will not date a man who is shorter than them. Right? So, and again, guys, first of all, this woman could find a man to come along and date her. Right? There would be plenty of men who would be willing to have a relationship with her, even though she's 5'8", as if that's a bad thing, like as if men care at all about your height, okay? But there'd be a dude willing to have a relationship with this woman, but it's just the fact that the dude that she wants doesn't want her. So what's the first thing you have to do, guys? You have to jump on TikTok and you have to cry about the fact that your life is so hard because you are a woman who is 5'8". This woman who is 5'8", viewing it as something that's bad, literally has more options than pretty much every man on the face of the planet, except if you are a famous individual. Now let's move on to the next clip. So this next clip that we have here is a series of women who are going to tell us how much money they have been tipped in a single time, like what is their highest, while working in a customer service job. And you already know, guys, we're about to hear some disgusting figures from these oppressed individuals. So let's take a listen.
All right, Devin, what's the biggest tip you've ever got? $1,000. Ooh. All right, Emily, what's the biggest tip you've ever gotten? $1,000.
So the first two women that have been asked how much is their biggest tip have both been tipped $1,000. Now, guys, I have made this point on the channel before, but these are the same, these are the same girls who will complain about the fact that the wage gap is a thing. They'll be like, oh, women only get paid 70% as much as men, you know, 70 cents to $1, when it's literally illegal to pay people a different amount on the basis of gender for a very long amount of time, right? But notice how, guys, they'll claim that they're oppressed and life is so difficult for them and it's easier for men, when literally if you put these women in a public setting, hell, you can put them on Twitch, literally anywhere on the internet, men will throw attention, money, time, and validation to them like it's nothing, and a lot of them will still complain and say that their life is hard. Ridiculous, man.
All right, Amanda, what's the biggest tip you've ever gotten? $5. Oh, man. Somebody come tip her. Please.
I don't believe for a second that this woman's highest tip is $5 unless she just recently started. Absolutely not.
All right, Haven, what's the biggest tip you've ever gotten? 100. Ooh. All right, Divine, what's the biggest tip you've ever gotten? Even though 200, not too much. Okay. All right, Emily, what's the biggest tip you've ever gotten? $1,500. Ooh.
If this woman has been tipped $1,500 by a customer before, isn't it interesting, guys, how when women jump up and down and they cry about like equality, It's like this is the stuff that they never talk about, right? Being handed the free crap, being handed relationships on a silver platter. It's just like the relationships that they get handed and the things that they get handed, it's not enough for a lot of them. Right? It's like, yeah, they can get relationships from your average guy, but they want that guy who's successful, tall, who's got everything together, you know, he's handsome. And then they can't lock down that guy, and what do? They cry about it. Or some guy who has at least some of those attributes when they themselves are completely average in every dimension. Okay, and it's the same thing with work. A lot of them will say, oh, you know, how come equality isn't in the workforce, right? And what they're really talking about is, why can't women have all of those comfy jobs, which are really not all that comfy, but, you know, like CEOs and crap like that. They're like, why can't women be in CEO positions? Because they don't want to be plumbers, guys. They don't want to be bricklayers. They don't want to be, you know, the tough, difficult jobs. So all of this stuff where women are getting tipped $1,500 at a time. Okay, this was her highest, I'll give her that, but tipped $1,500, you don't hear about that crap, right? All you hear about is the inequality at the top. Life is so hard. Why can't women be CEOs and crap like that?
All right, Emily, what's the biggest tip you've ever gotten?
$1,500.
Ooh.
$1,500. And I'm going to pull it down so you can see her head here. Actually, you guys can already see, but $1,500, man. That's so insane. And I would bet, guys, it'd just be like some dude who's like lonely, or like she's like giving him the idea that maybe they had a chance or something. Guys, let me say this. If you're a dude and you give money to women with the idea that you're going to get something in return, like, just don't even bother, man. Like, I see dudes like who will like spend money on women on Twitch thinking that this gives them some sort of opportunity with the women. It doesn't. They find men who do this for them. The dudes who give away validation, who give away money, who give away their attention, who give away their time, women laugh about these men. Right? They really do, because these men are easy. These men are not respected because they're giving away these things.
All right, Mallory, what's the biggest tip you've ever gotten?
800.
800, says Mallory behind the bar. Again, guys, just totally insane. Notice how, like, all the womanists and stuff like this, they all start complaining when the attention isn't on them. You know? Like, have you guys heard that crap where women will start to get older, and then they'll say things like, oh, I just think it's so weird how Leonardo DiCaprio always dumps women before they turn 25, or right when they turn 25. It's like, you wouldn't have a problem if you were the 23-year-old that was with him. You see what I'm saying? But it's all about care and compassion when it doesn't benefit them. It's hilarious. So this next clip that we have is a woman who is going to tell us that apparently men are inferior. So I'm sure, guys, she has some fantastic logic that she's going to tell us, and she's going to back it up with facts. So let's take a listen here. And I believe this is like some sort of podcast.
I think this also ties into like women's ability to multitask, which we're way better at it than you guys, and our emotional intelligence is way stronger. So we actually have the ability and capacity to just like do more. And
yeah, guys, you know, women just have the capacity to do more, guys. I think that men and women are different, right? We have strengths and weaknesses in different areas, and I think that's a fantastic thing. Okay, but this woman's on a podcast saying that women are better at multitasking and they can do more, I suppose, and the reasoning is just because, right?
And guys are just more simple-minded and dumber, for lack
okay, okay, right.
of a better word. So they're just like, blah, blah, blah. And like,
so many dudes are like, hey, listen, man, just let her talk. I'm not going to get mad.
well, it's true. I mean,
don't necessarily think
there's
that men are dumber.
facts.
I don't think men are dumber. I think as far as emotional intelligence, there are some studies that would show that, yes.
Oh, please. We're way smarter than you, emotionally intelligence-wise.
Yeah, but that's not all of intelligence. When you say
It's
dumber,
not. There's more kinds of intelligences, for sure. But I'm saying when it comes
Did this woman just say there are more kinds of intelligences? Have mercy, man. Have mercy.
to that, women are tuned into their emotions, what they want, what they need. They're able to like sort it out and like figure like there's layers to it.
Oh yeah, I need. One of the funniest things that I think we've heard on TikToks recently, guys, is when women will say crap like, I don't know if you guys remember, but I covered a video quite some time ago where a woman was saying, oh, well, here are the reasons why women get divorced more, they initiate more of the divorces, and one of her reasons was that women are doing all of the emotional labor in the relationship. Like, get out, bro. How about the women do the physical labor? How about that? How about they fix the shelves, they fix the cars, they go to the mechanics, they solve the, you know, the roofing issue, the drain issue. No, guys. They're doing the emotional labor in the relationship. We as men, we just don't get it, guys, because they're doing a completely different thing. They're playing, guys, they're playing 4D chess, okay, while we're out here playing checkers, apparently.
I will say this, if I'm seeing multiple people, there's always like these clues that are in my apartment that I don't see that other women immediately catch.
Like what?
Just stuff this one girl put a pink loofah in my shower, and I like didn't even think there's a pink loofah in there. Like, oh, obviously a girl left this, and the other girl's like, oh, who's your girlfriend? And I was like,
yeah, so girls do this so that they can like mark their territory, so to speak. But I'll actually agree with the blonde woman to a certain extent. Okay, I think that women on average, a lot more socially savvy than men. They're a lot better by default at manipulation than men. They understand social cues a lot better than men. So I'll give her that. But to come out and say, "Oh, well, men are just stupider," is just downright ridiculous, man.
oh, I didn't even think about that. Like, it's there, like there's like a small second toothbrush or those hair ties. Girls be leaving those hair ties everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Just little stuff like that, and I didn't realize. And like when women come over, they immediately can see it. Whereas for me, like it'll just be sitting there, and I just don't even notice it. So I do think, yes, in certain instances, that's definitely the case. It's different types of intelligence.
Yeah, guys, different types of intelligences, as it were, according to the woman.
Think that women are smarter than men.
I do.
What makes you more intelligent than me?
Well, I think women are so much more than men. I can walk, I could talk on the phone, I can walk both my pimples at the same time, I can pay a bill, I can do all this kind of stuff.
Well, do you think all women and men are created equal?
No, you're not created equal.
Because you're smarter than us.
I can do almost a lot of things as a man could do. I mean, if I work out enough in the gym and I build my muscle, I can do pull up and do stuff that a man could do. You see, I can do just as many pushes as him. I've been in the gym. So, and I could squat more than him most likely. I could squat like 125. So
Ain't no way this woman can squat more than... Look at this guy's face. He's like, no way in hell can she squat more than me. Downright ridiculous, man. This girl's trying to say that she's physically stronger than men, and she's just... Look at this guy's face. This is how I feel right now watching this woman speak.
You know, I definitely think he can squat over 125.
I don't know about that. Those legs are a little slim.
That man from that image could easily squat over 125. I guarantee it. Right? Especially if they're talking pounds. Like, what even is 125 squat? Friends of mine can literally do 125 kilograms on bench press, and this woman is talking about 125 pound squat as if it means something. Get out of here, man. That's ridiculous. How many times have I said ridiculous this video? This video is so damn ridiculous. Let's jump into the next clip.
Those legs are a little slim.
If you're a member of the male species that's still illiterate in girl talk, then this video is definitely for you. And
We're not a species. Right, moving on.
you should absolutely definitely save this video as reference material for a future time in need. Now let's kick things off with I don't want a boyfriend anyway. Please note the addition of the word anyway gives this an entirely different meaning. I don't want a boyfriend is something she would say to you when you're in the friend zone and she doesn't want you to ruin that. Or she just genuinely doesn't want one. The addition of the word anyway acts as a little bit of saltiness. It's giving, I'm so single it hurts, there could practically be tumbleweeds in my DMs. And it's said in the hopes that we convince ourselves and you that should the opportunity arise, we still wouldn't embrace it.
Okay, so this woman is talking too much. I'm just going to break down each of the points because to be honest, guys, I've stopped listening and we're going to go through each of these points, okay? So starting from this one right here, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. That just means that the woman doesn't want a relationship with you. Okay, women will happily jump into a relationship. They will beg for a relationship from the men that they want. When a girl says, I'm not looking for a relationship right now, it just means that she's not looking for one with you. This next one right here, I don't post who I date on social media. Let me tell you something, guys. The reason why a lot of women don't post the men that they're dating is because the dudes don't want to be posted because it's embarrassing. It's straight up embarrassing. And especially a lot of the girls, when they're in relationships, they're not really in relationships. They're in situationships, and the dude just doesn't want to be associated with that. Next one, I don't want to ruin our friendship. That means she doesn't want to lose the attention and validation that you provide by sitting there and, you know, being her shoulder to cry on whenever she needs it. You should leave this situation. Sorry, I've just been so busy. She hasn't been doing anything. She's been watching ridiculous reality TV shows that mean absolutely nothing. You're just a low priority. Who's that girl? She's getting jealous. She's concerned about some other girl taking her spot, and she's so pretty. I mean, it could just mean she's attracted to the girl who really gives a crap. But these are the main ones. Complete and utter bullcrap. Let's continue on to the next video.
If you're not already follow for part 2.
So this says, I matched with my old math teacher on Tinder, so I did this trend on her. I'm assuming this is supposed to say math and not match.
Okay, I need to clear up some confusion here because I'm confused as well. First off, I'm not a math teacher. I'm mommy. Second off, I am not 42 years old. Okay? I'm ageless. I'm immortal. So, false info, everyone. False info.
I mean, news to me on the ageless thing, but go off again, you absolute queen. Yo guys, it's Taylor here. Just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of today's episode. Before you go, remember to subscribe to our other Fiend Gang members. Their channels will be linked in the video description. Our newest member is Detective Warg, so make sure that you go and show him some love. He's putting out daily content for you guys. Also, one of the characters I use and also a lot of our thumbnail artwork is done by an artist called The Gecko Ninja. He's absolutely fantastic, and his socials are going to be linked in the video description as well if you want to commission him for some amazing art. Otherwise, take it easy, gents, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace.